Hello everyone, welcome to the channel ICT Training Nepal. So first of all, this is the slide from the Stephanie Rodriguez, and I want to give the slide credit to her. So let's start about introduction to Geographic Information System. So if you have heard about this Geographic Information System, then it's nice. If you hadn't heard about this, then let's get started. And by the way, please subscribe my channel for more videos. So let's get started to the Geographical Information System. So what is GIS? Means the Geographic Information System. So let's talk about it, and let's go to the slide. What is GIS? Geographic Information System, or we can say Geographical Information System. So it's the same. Geographic Information System is a computer system for capturing, storing, checking and displaying data related to the position on the Earth's surface. GIS can show many different kinds of data on one map. This enables people to more easily see, analyze and understand patterns and relationships. So let's talk about it. Capture the data, store the data and display the data. So what is it all about? So we have the background in the slide. It's all about the mapping, digital mapping. So nowadays digital mapping is growing rapidly, and with the GIS anything had been possible, and it also comes under the different type of mapping styles. And for example, you are also using the GIS in daily life. For example, we can just say the Google Map. Yes, Google Map is very renowned and very famous. And Google Map, by using Google Map, you have also located different kind of locations, and there is like tracing, and there is also the where you are located, and everything comes under this GIS. So let's talk about the capture the data. So we can capture the spatial data in two ways. The first thing first, which is GPS recorded location of events. So GPS, if you have not heard about the GPS is a global positioning system, and nowadays it is in your mobile phone, smartphone too, right? So by this GPS you can easily know the location of yourself or the other one by using that GPS, okay? And the data is captured from the GPS recorded location of events. And the second one is satellite remote sensing, right? So the two things capturing the data, which is first one is the GPS recorded location of events, and the second one is the satellite remote sensing. So the store data, we can store the spatial data, or we can say that the geographic data, as an instrument to understand around us. Geographic data can be shared and downloaded. We can access it off our phones by activating the orbiting satellite circling the planet. So this is the image then and now. So you can see that previously, historically, geographic information was recorded in the text, tablets, paper maps shared through the trade and commerce. So the geographic information, so GIS, geographic information, so all the geographic data was previously saved in all the form like text, tablets, papers. So tablet means the tablet of stone, right? And nowadays it has been, so this you can see that this is the data, previous data. So now we can just save it in the computer, right? High processing computers can now store the spatial data and share it with the multiple users around the world. And with the geodatabase is commonly data storage and management framework for GIS. Simply put, it can contain for the spatial and attribute data. So the geodatabase is like a database of all the geographic information system. So let's move on. Displaying the data, we can take the spatial information and visualize it. This process of map making is known as the cartography. So by the cartography, we display the data. So previously, you can see here, previously, what's going on? It was like we have that data and we have changed it into the, nowadays we have changed it into the cartography. By using cartography, we are displaying the data, right? So let's move on. So this is the thing, right? So nowadays we are using the data like this. Okay, so what happens? So that the thing is, what had been made easy? So the easy by using the GIS is, previously we were using the paper map, and nowadays we are using like the digital map. Not only the digital map, we are locating the locations, we are locating everything in the GIS, right? And other thing is, we have to know the temperature, we can just use it and see by it. Okay, so one of the other example is the weather application. Also it is the example of the GIS where we usually used. So the other thing is, have you seen the GIS before? Yes, Google Map and the Google Earth, right? And this is the New York MTA data, so you can search it also. So another thing, components of GIS. So what are the component of the GIS, right? So we have the component like people, data, analysis, hardware and software components. So all these components, from all these components we are using the GIS. Okay, so the people, administrator, GIS technician, application expert and the end users. Okay, so these people are in the back end to make the data. So another thing is the data. Geographic data can be used and represent the world around us, right? Multiple layers can be overlaid to represent the multiple variable of the earth and geography, like, so for example, like vector data, raster data, image data and the attribute data. So you can see here in the customers here, street here, parcels here, elevation here, land use data and the real world data. So anything, right? So here the elevation map of the Afghanistan, here is the US wireless infrastructure. So we are showing the data visually, right? GIS, we are showing the data visually. We are showing the data through the map. We are showing the data through the map. We are showing the data visually. So let's go towards it. So this is the US wireless infrastructure, right? And this is the elevation map of Afghanistan. So let's analyze this. Analysis, utilizing the spatial information to understand the natural systems and demography. Analysis methods are used to implement plans, applications for business and organization. So why this GIS, particular this geographic information system is nowadays using and it is trending day by day? It is all because we analyze the data, right? We analyze the previous data and we plan for the business and organization, right? We analyze the data and we plan for the business and the organization. So another thing is the hardware. The hardware is the computer the GIS operates, and some software are, which is very much renowned software, the software GIS program which perform the GIS analysis, and it is one is the QGIS, which is open sourced, and another is ArcGIS, right? So these are the two very powerful softwares. So GIS and the real world application, right? And here is some video. So I'll not let's go here. Evacuation planning, right? Evacuation planning. So this is the evacuation planning, right? So by GIS we can plan the evacuation, right? So the New York City hurricane evacuation zones, these are the evacuation zones, and if some type of natural disaster comes, and we can plan by using the GIS data, right? And the other thing is the business. So market potential, where is the market, right? Where is the market potential, where is the customers? We can just know the market potential by the data, GIS data. So the data is very powerful. And the urban planning, this is one of the best, right? The planning, the urban planning, right? We can plan the city, we can plan the town, we can plan the village. It is possible because of this GIS technology, right? So this is one of the organ planning. And the other thing is the medical science. Heart disease rates are 2000 to 2004 adults ages 35 years old and the order by country. So this can be used. This can be used. This is the very much good things that we can using all this data by visualizing in the map, and it is very useful in the future. Okay, so this is the map. So how can it help? The first thing first, saves money, cost saving for the greater efficiency, right? GIS is widely used to optimize maintenance schedules and daily fit improvement. The typical implementation can result in the saving of 10 to 30% of the operation expenses through reduction in the fuel usage and staff time, improving customer service and more effective scheduling. The other thing is better decision making. We can decide the better. Okay, so if you have the market, right? If you have the market, and if you want to launch the product, then first of all, what we have to do is we have to collect the data and visualize it, and then we will know the market analysis. Okay, so by using the market analysis, we can just launch our product where the market is and where the customers demands more. Okay, so another thing is the better communication, improved communication. GIS based map and visualization greatly assist understand the situation and storytelling, right? There are a type of language that improves communications between different teams, department, disciplines, professional fields, organization, and the public. Michael corporations improve the collaboration and the communication with GIS. Okay, so these are the things, right? That is the thing that the improved communication. Another thing is the better record keeping. Okay, so by using the GIS, we can just record betterly. Okay, so another thing is manage geographically. Okay, so by GIS we can manage geographically with the less error. The thing is with the less error. I cannot say that it will be the 100%. So if I say the 100%, there may be most of the things that people will say that, yeah, the things by using the map we are not reaching the 100% destination. So I can say that it will improve better, and it will be improving better and better. Okay, so visualizing the world, geographical information systems takes the different variable in geography and overlay them on the top of one another. Example 1, land coverage, grassland, and this impermeable state land to annual rainfall. So this can be with the two layers, you can combine and see the land covers types and have the annual rainfall. Okay, so this type of things we can use. And geospatial science covers a variety of topics and disciplines. Okay, so for example, US health, crime, mental illness, marketing. So like geospatial science, we're using the health and the indicators, place, community. So the variety of here you can see here GIS, environment, data. So these all and the another thing is the GIS real world model. So the real world model of the GIS is with geographic data we can now model the real world and all of the features like if you have ever seen the Google map, and there you can view the data, slice, imaginary, elevation, transportation, address, boundaries, water features, survey control, and your data also. Okay, so the real world we can use by using the GIS. So data components of GIS. So what are the data components of GIS? How the GIS will use the data component? The first thing is the spatial data, and the other thing is the attribute data. Okay, so let's talk about the spatial component. Information about the location and the shape of geographic features and the relationship between them, usually stored in the coordinate and topology. Okay, so the visual concept which each parcel represents the feature in space, except building, forest, lake. In other words, the data you can see, right? So this is the example one. This is the map of the neighborhood surrounding Bonex Community College. The green areas represent the park areas. Thus, the green in the map visually represent the spatial data for all the park location around the Bonex Community College. These green areas are known as polygon data, right? So here you can see the green areas. Another example, the red pin, right? The red pin known as the restaurants and serve the tacos. Okay, so these are the known point location. These are the known point location. So here you can see. So another example is this map displays all the street in the neighborhood of Bali. So you can see the all the street like. So this street in the map are also known as the line data. Okay, so you can see here these are all the street lines, right? You can see here these are all the street lines. So these are the line data. Okay, so we have now, so you can see that the spatial data, they are combined in three ways. One is the point, line, and the polygon. Okay, so the point, line, and the polygon. So spatial data set combined by overlapping multiple data sets, we can increase the geographic information available in particular area. Overlaying data set can help us to make connections. So look at the flowing map. Okay, where is the location of taco restaurant, which street is located in, and what is the name of the closest park. So by looking this, we can just know that the taco restaurant is here, and here's the Carvel, and here's the Lulu. So these all are the restaurants, right? So these all are the restaurants, and these are the street, right? These are the street, right? And these are the, what I have told you, these are the what is this? So these are the park, right? So these are the parks. So first of all, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon too for more videos. So another thing is attribute component. So the attribute component, non-spatial information about a geographic features in GIS usually stored in the table and linked to the feature by the unique identifier, right? The quantitative component which each spatial features has associated information assigned to it, except the house equal to spatial color, shape, building types, attributes. So attribute example, looking at the previous map, the spatial component of the GIS tells where the taco restaurant is located but cannot tell us anything about the food or the quality of restaurant. The non-spatial component, the attribute data, can tell us about it. Okay, so we have the attribute data, right? We have the attribute data. Okay, so these are the non-spatial component, right? Okay, so another example is like imagine seeing this map without any numbers, title, or legend. It's very difficult to portray spatial data without any attribute data. Okay, example, tornado count per country. Spatial data would be useless without any attribute data. Okay, so if there is no attribute data, we won't be knowing that what is this, what type of map is this. So attribute data is also very useful. Okay, so spatial data and the attribute data, the two things, spatial data and the attribute data, by these two things we will have the effective map. Okay, we will have the effective map. Okay, so these all are the things, and the main spatial data types are the vector types, are the vector data. Okay, the representation of the world using the point, line, and polygon. Okay, vector models are useful for the storing data and have the discrete boundaries such as country borders, land parcels, and street. And the other thing is the raster data. Okay, so the raster consists of the matrix of cells or pixels. We can see that. So raster data is basically like the image. Okay, so like the image. Okay, so the raster consists of the matrix of cells organized into the two rows and the columns, where each cell contains the value representing the information such as temperature. Rasters are the digital aerial photographs, image, satellites, digital pictures, or even the scanned image. So these are the example: elevation model, aerial and satellite images, interpolated data sets. And the other thing is this represents the vector representation and the raster representation. So we can also use this, we can also see this by the Google map. So we have the aerial imaginary type and we have the street view also. So these are the vector representation and the raster representation. One is using the satellite image and one is using the vector representation. Okay, so the overview of the lessons: what does the GIS stand for and what it is, what are the major components of GIS, what are the map component of GIS, what are the two types of data component in GIS, what are the two types of spatial data, and how is GIS applied in the real world situation. So these all are the overview lessons. Okay, so right, so you have learned the new things about the geographical information system, the GIS, and if you are a student of GIS, that's great, that's awesome. And by the way, please like, subscribe, and share, don't forget it, and keep watching ICT Training Nepal. Thank you.